Game over.
I remember being broke way back then. Used to wear the same clothes way back then. Y'all ain't really wanna fuck with me back then. Nigga used to make jokes way back then. Ha ha ha, food stamp back then. I was using EBT way back then. Used to watch BT way back then. Wishing I was on TV way back then. Funny way back then. I could talk about no money way back then. I was crying on diamond way back then. Walk around with a 30 way back then. Overlooking me back then, acting like she too good for me back then. I was still in the hood way back then. Judge tried to throw the book at me back then. Whoever thought I would make it, say they want smoke, man, who wanna come face me? The same ones who doubted, and I look at their faces, got locked in the fed, them they fried me, they baked me. Came back home in first place, I was racing. Bought them blotters, she still tryna date me. No love for these hoes, I just fuck them and shake them. Bitch, when I was broke, I couldn't get conversation. They tried to join me, man, my bro, them had laced me. They thought I was stupid, I killed kids in cases. Ain't nobody give me a shot, had to take it. I used to be broke, now I'm popping like bacon. It ain't making dollars, it ain't making cents. Wrapped it up on my own, I ain't asking for shit. I remember I was broke, walking around hitting licks. I ain't Curtis, but I did not have 50 cents. I just turned on the stove in the kitchen, I'm lit. Diamond look like they ballin', cause all on hit. Can't get locked by no car, can't get trapped by no bitch. Can't get tricked by your lil' fuck your lil' eat a dick. They didn't believe me, they thought I was capping like I was somebody that could make it happen. When I was locked up, seemed like people what happened. Now I done got out rented up just from ramping. I remember being broke way back then. Used to wear the same clothes way back then. Y'all ain't really wanna fuck with me back then. Nigga used to make jokes way back then. Ha ha ha, food stamp back then. I was using EBT way back then. Used to watch BT way back then. Wishing I was on TV way back then. Funny way back then. I could talk about no money way back then. I was crying on diamond way back then. Walk around with a 30 way back then. Overlooking me back then, acting like she too good for me back then. I was still in the hood way back then. Judge tried to throw the book at me back then. Last night, boy, look like you stuck doing bad now. Yeah, I used to be broke, I get cash now. And I keep the Glock cocked like a bad eye. Fuck around and get popped like a bad tie. Like we tryna drop some, we gon' air 'em out. Told her don't call my phone, I can't fuck with you. Feel like Flamme with the I'm ducking you. Yeah, I said I love you and fucking you. We can't be holding hand, that what lovers do. Nigga talk down on me like I'm 5 feet. You must tryna get shot, talking about trying me. Red Rome, I got killers behind me. I remember I was 12 watching BT. Tryna be like Lil Boosie and TIP. Hard to kill like Gucci, they plot on me. I'm the same nigga from the corner store. Ooh, the chain on me froze like it made from snow. Hoe used to reject back when I was broke. I just like the head, I can't love a hoe. She get high from the dick, make her overdose. And they say I'm so dope like my music coat. Boy, you ask me for some bitch, the answer no. Where were you when I was just behind the door? I remember being broke way back then. Used to wear the same clothes way back then. Y'all ain't really wanna fuck with me back then. Nigga used to make jokes way back then. Ha ha ha, food stamp back then. I was using EBT way back then. Used to watch BT way back then. Wishing I was on TV way back then. Funny way back then. I could talk about no money way back then. I was crying on diamond way back then. Walk around with a 30 way back then.
MP251. Boom.